It's time for horror. Horror. HORROR talk. Horror talk. And Dwayne, well, I think we got a pretty good one. What's our least favorite and our favorite horror settings? So, like, locations. Like, what type of locations do you like to see in a horror film? Let's start with our least favorite. I'll start it off.
Sure.
I don't like. One of my least favorite horror settings is a dimly lit hospital. I don't know why. I don't know why they're all so dimly fucking lit and understaffed, and I don't know, I just never been a big fan of hospital horror films. See No Evil 2, starring Glenn Jacobs. That one took place in the hospital. A few others. I think, Halloween 2?
Halloween 2, yeah.
I always thought Halloween 2 was a little boring. I loved the first 10-15 minutes of it when he's going ham in the suburb. And then I thought I kind of got a little sleepy when he goes to the hospital. I thought the hospital was a little boring. I'm sure there's other few I can think of.
Well, I like The Void. It's taking place in the hospital.
Does it?
Yes.
I don't know. It's just me, Dwayne. I just.
Opinions.
Yeah. I always found hospitals kind of boring. Maybe the exception is the very first episode of Walking Dead when he wakes up in the hospital. I thought that was kind of cool, but mostly I kind of get bored when horror movies take place in the hospital. Dwayne, do you have one in mind, like a location that you kind of lose interest in if it's in that kind of a setting?
Not too many. Sometimes I was thinking about it. I don't know about deserts. I've not seen a whole lot of desert horror movies, but if I know about desert stuff, I'm not too fond of them too much.
I don't know. I don't think I have an issue with it because I love Tremors.
Is it a desert or is it just like a wasteland?
I don't know if it's in a desert. It's probably like in a close to a desert, kind of sandy area. Tremors is the first thing that comes to mind. Would you count Wild West as deserts or no?
No, because we like Wolf Creek, and that's kind of like in a not a desert setting, but it's kind of like in a wasteland.
Okay.
Not a straight wasteland, but like in a remote setting, like the Hills Have Eyes, or in deserts.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
I don't mind those movies that much, but it's not like my favorite area. Not one of my favorite settings for horror movies. I thought about like maybe water. I like Jaws. I like Deep Blue Sea, but after that, there's not that many horror water movies. Piranha movies, maybe.
Yeah, there's sharks. Those movies are okay. I do like some shark movies, but also you think like just don't go near the water.
Yeah.
You'll be fine, Another setting area I don't like, and I'm pretty sure you're the opposite. Mental wards. And the reason I don't like mental wards that much is because I'm not a big fan of psychological horror films. Like, is it real or am I crazy or is all this things happening to me? And then it all turns out to be a dream. I hate those fucking films. Where like they're in a mental ward and like they're trying to figure out, is this thing real or not that they've been seeing the whole time? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a few films that take place in a mental ward. I know Freddy vs. Jason, they go there a little bit. But with the exception of maybe my favorite being American Horror Story Season 2. The Asylum. I thought that was very well done.
The Left Behind #4, the Bloody Beginnings one.
Okay.
I actually like that one because it shows the brothers like as kids in a mental asylum, and they go crazy and kill a bunch of people, and then it shows them like living there, later on in life as their ghosts are living there and kill a bunch of people there. But like other mental ward movies, like you said, there's some that are like ghost stories and mental ward stuff. And I don't mind that much. I kind of like them a little bit. It's kind of like my like and don't likes at the same time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know one of the ones I didn't particularly think I would like would be like horror in space. I'm not big on Jason X. I'm not big on Leprechaun in space.
That was my third one too.
But
Space.
I was gonna say I liked Event Horizon. That is a great horror movie in space. Event Horizon.
You know what? When I was little, I loved Jason X. The older I get, I don't like it as much.
Yeah, it doesn't age well. There's a good kill scene with that lady in the nitro.
Yeah.
That's
Freezes her face and smashes it. That's great. And also, yeah, I think Leprechauns in space. Funny enough, I think the Leprechaun series dips once it goes in space. But luckily enough, they go right into the hood after space. And it was so nice they had to do it twice. So they were able to save Leprechaun, at least the last two with Warwick Davis in the hood. I'm trying to think of who else has been to space. It did go to space.
I think the fourth one has them on the space station for a little bit. It jumps in time. It goes like shows them as they're making the device, and then it shows them later on in space where the ship is shaped inside the shape of it. It looks like the levitation device or whatever it's called.
And Michael Myers almost went to space as well. Well, that's back in the Halloween 6 era. There was talks of that, sure. And I'm not the biggest horror in space person. I'm sure there's a few exceptions, but for me,
yeah, there's alien movies that take place in space that are great, but a lot of just like a generic person going to space type thing, or generic sequel in space, those just are horrible.
So what locations, settings in horror movies do you absolutely like? And I will start it off. I like suburbs and like maybe small towns. I love those kind of films, especially if it's like a fall setting, like a little small, maybe like Woodsboro or something, or is that what's Woodsboro?
That's Spring.
Yeah. A little small town or a little suburb. I love those. Like I just like small town horror films. What about you?
You can't go wrong with people that go camping and stuff like
Okay.
that. You have all the Jasons and all the
Violent Nature.
all the ones that are not, I won't say rip-offs, but are homages to Jason and Friday 13th, The Burning, and some of the others. They all take places at camps and stuff like that.
They also got bear movies
Yeah.
where bears kill campers. And, what was that?
Bigfoot.
The Ritual.
The Ritual, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Backpacking. A lot of the Left Behind, or not Left Behind, Wrong Turn.
Wrong
movies like
Turns.
that.
Yeah. I'm mixed. It just depends. I guess that one's probably for me an individual base.
Yeah.
Another one I kind of like. There's not a lot of them that did it well, but maybe like a carnival or circus type, area. Not a lot of them done it well though. I was thinking, what was that one?
Funhouse.
Funhouse.
Yeah. I liked it.
I didn't like it as much. We'll have to do that one day. Like, they spend like 40-something minutes showing the actual carnival, and then, they kind of push everything at the end. I don't know. I feel like we need a really good carnival fucking film where it takes place. There's a few where it takes place at an amusement park. There's one I'm thinking of. I can't think the name of it. It has Tony Todd in it. And Tazy, I know me and Tazy watched it. Maybe it was like Hell something. It said it's some kind of carnival, and Tony Todd's like one of the characters there. And we start killing these characters. Oh, it's pretty fun. There's a few exceptions, and I might post them right here, because I can't think of them at the moment. But there is a few good ones. Sean was going to show you right now. These are some great ones that I can think of in the future. Dwayne, any more you like?
Some of the ones I like, there's the Cabin in the Wood type ones. Of course, Cabin in the Woods, Evil Dead, those things like that. But like when people like, oh, I inherited a house or my family's mansion or my aunt and uncle passed away and this was their house and stuff like that. And a lot of them are usually haunted house movies or somebody living in the basement or some movies like that. You had Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I like those. It's kind of like Carnival for me. I do like the setting, but it's not to me. A lot of them have been done well. There's so many bad ones that it's hard to, you know. But I can like a haunted house movie. You've done like Housebound is basically a haunted house movie for most of it. My final one, Dwayne. I like farm movies, horror movies on a farm. I think Jeepers Creepers 2 kind of takes place on a farm. I'm trying to think of some more. I don't know. I just like the atmosphere of maybe a farm off in the distance. There's not a whole lot, you know. Texas Chainsaw might be considered a farm.
I can go with that, yeah.
Yeah, I like that kind of look, the atmosphere of a farm as a horror. I think that's a great horror location.
I liked X and Pearl. A lot of those, both of those take place on a farm.
I've always seen X, but yeah, I just like that setting, especially if it's like in the '70s atmosphere.
Do you like Black Sheep? Takes place on a farm.
Yeah, I like Black Sheep. Yeah, it was a sheep farm. I guess that's a farm too. So anyway, so that's our horror talk for this week. Unless you have any more.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so next week we'll have a brand new topic right here on the Monster Dome.